Good evening. Once again, we return to the story of Caius, Spellsword, Dunmer, Eternal Champion, most loyal agent of the Emperor, former head of the Blades in Vardenfell, Auditor of the Great Houses, heir of Marine. Former factor of the East Empire Company. Now, one of the reasons why I'd left the Imperial City was because of lack of lockpicks. I'd like to work on that if I can. But we also had to take some time away because of the fish quest. So there's a couple of details we'll take care of before we move back onto our quest for Chorrol. Before I go too much further, let's get some alchemy out of the way.
Your stained fingers attest to your diligence in mixing potions and learning their secrets. You are now a journeyman of alchemy. All potion ingredients have 4 potential effects. You can now automatically identify the first 3 effects.
Well, that's good news. So this should open up this should open up a bunch of my reagents. And again, at this point, I'm not looking for particular effects, although certainly in the arena, I found a need. Right now, I just want something that I can use to boost my wealth. All right, not quite as many not quite as many as I was hoping. Busted. I'm not quite sure what I thought the advantage to sneaking would be there. Sorry, I forgot to mute everything. So ostensibly one reason for staying here is to collect wealth. But I am also I'm carrying quite a bit. I wish I kept a calculator nearby, so okay, first thing I'm gonna do, let's, I don't use my bow that much. Seem to be doing reasonably okay financially, but I can definitely always use more, especially because I still seem to be on. So have a guess about how this works. Obviously it was wrong. The other challenge is I don't really know where I can get more. Oh boy. I probably should have seen that coming if I'm totally honest. So clearly I'm gonna need to find a better weapon than iron. So there might be some great stuff here, but I won't know unless I come back. I am really enjoying the hotkeys. It's a little weird to work with this menu, but overall it's very enjoyable to go between the different abilities quite quickly. I've probably already looted all of this.
Apprentice of Acrobats can attack while jumping or falling.
Alright, now I did have some difficulty with the... you still never gonna get over what it's like to go outside here. I am gonna follow the, I'm gonna follow the quest marker. I'm also going to see if I can sell off some of these potions. Be nice if I can find a buyer for other things, but for now we'll just settle for freeing up some inventory space.
Morning.
Good morning. There's been
So,
some
what
terrible
brings
trouble
you
at the
here
chapel
today?
in An-
Welcome to the Walnut Inn. Could I interest you in a room or perhaps a bit of wine?
I'm actually interested in selling. Let's have a talk.
This better be good. That's really funny. You're full of it. Was that? That's enough. Don't be silly. I can't argue with... I like... You're pathetic. You've got a point.
Oh, I really screwed this up.
I'm not... I like that a lot. I won't fight you. Don't make... Oh, was that supposed to be a compliment? All right, I get it. Only quality goods for sale here.
And
That's more than I'd usually...
the gold seems to be a little odd here, where it's just about one transaction rather than the full
seems-
amount that they hold. Which is fine for me, it makes things a lot easier.
That's more... That seems a fair price.
So I'll hang on to the health and magicka for now. And sadly I can't sell any gear. But
You're... I... You're a... I appreciate your business.
no problem at all. So obviously I gotta deal with the heavy stuff first. Mort fresh lettuce and bread. Again, at some point, I'm sure I will be looking for specific potions, but right now, it's more about making as many as I can.
Welcome to the Walnut Inn. Could I interest you in a room or perhaps a bit of wine?
I think we've already got what I need
May I
settled.
interest you in some of my fine wares? That seems...
The spell's kind of tempting to hang on to, but I don't want to be too much of a pack rat, especially because I'm carrying a lot of gear.
You've made a good bit. That's a good deal. Thank you for your patronage.
What rumors have you heard?
Blackwood isn't so bad. Once you get used to the flies, and being lost all the time, and the zombies and will-o'-the-wisps.
Remind me never to visit. What about wine?
Yes, actually, I'm quite fond of collecting all manners of wines from all over Tamriel. But one vintage continues to elude me. Shadow Banish wine. How I'd love to add it to my collection. Say, that gives me an idea. You look like the adventuring type. If you can retrieve 6 bottles of Shadow Banish wine, I'll gladly pay you well.
Oh,
All I know about them is that they're found in the many fort ruins scattered all over Cyrodiil.
I see. So, I should do that probably before the, delivering the Amulet of Kings to the next Emperor. It's pretty important, I'm guessing.
Well, apparently the wine is so rare because it was only made in one tiny batch. It's the product of an alchemist who was also a vintner. Besides tasting incredible, the magic within the wine allows the imbiber to be gifted with Night Eye. The vintner made it special for the Legion soldiers posted at the forts when they were active long ago. It was perfect for keeping lookouts warm on cold nights and helping them see better in the dark. Clever, eh?
I don't know, I don't actually want a better look at my drinking companion
Keep
at night,
looking
but
for that wine. Farewell.
No doubt.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Be seeing you.
hello. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so it looks like the quest marker does put me, in range. I know these things really hurt, so... Ha. I don't want to ask how the fish got money. Probably should have done a slow swim. Alright, this isn't too bad so far. I'm gonna go slow this time around just to make sure that I get my stamina back. I did not think that Absorb Life was a restoration skill. Should probably do a different touch-based attack. Two good chunks out of me. So as before, I'll just move slow until my stamina's back. Alright. So it's not the fastest procedure, but I think we've got a decent pattern now. I'm not quite sure why I didn't figure this out before. But we seem to have a decent pattern for being able to find these, slaughterfish. It's pretty clear that my stamina is going to be a problem, though. I don't know why I switched that. I should still be focusing on absorb health. I hate going up for air, I always lose them. don't suppose there's any thieving slaughterfish that would give me some lockpicks. Maybe a blacksmith slaughterfish with repair hammers. Oh. I remember him. Alright, we're gonna relax a little bit while we wait for stamina to come back up. Admire the peaceful lake. Sorry, I just got a message I need to deal with. Actually see some kind of absorbed stamina being helpful here. Alright, that was a good run. I keep forgetting I found pearls in the clams down below, so I should be a little more, willing to move around. Oh, hello. Where'd he go? No, I made a blunder. My stamina is not where it needs to be. Stamina really makes all the difference on the damage. Well, I could always use it, but it makes a little more sense now. I don't remember if I've been there already. How many more of these things? Ow.
I've acquired the 12 Runemare Slaughterfish scales. I should bring them to Alwyn Merowald at the Weir settlement as soon as I can.
And as much as I hate to backtrack, I think I should probably head back to the Imperial City for some more supplies. Don't have much hope for the lockpicks, but at the very least I can get some repair hammers and set out properly.
I don't know what I'll do if you don't get those scales for me. I've saved so much for my retirement, but it's just not enough.
About those scales.
By the 9, you've got the scales! Thank you. Let it never be said that there are no kind souls in this world. I'll give you this ring in trade. I have no use for it anymore, but I imagine that it would be very valuable to someone like you. Thank you, stranger. You've shown me kindness, and I will think of you in the long, comfortable days ahead.
Oh, nice. Is water breathing and fortify athletics. And it looks like I got some fur gauntlets without noticing, so I believe we now have full light armor. Oh wow, this thing is almost done. So I'll buy some repair hammers, sell out what I can for a lighter inventory, and then we'll head out to Chorrol. It is really cool to see the capital again.
Speak.
The White Gold Tower, built many ages ago by ancient Aelids, can be seen from any part of the Imperial City.
You have my ear, citizen.
And that is to... Guess I'll go through the Green Emperor way then.
I'm listening.
Public garlic, my favorite.
But should our dragonfires fail, so should the air.
I never get to read that one on time. So I think that's the Elven Gardens. Nope. I have no sense of direction, apparently.
The Imperial City attracts gladiators and gamblers from all over Cyrodiil. Risk your goal by betting on a match or your very life as a combatant.
And some of those guys are no joke.
Eastern Cyrodiil is known as Nibene. The peoples and styles of Bravil, Leowyn, and the Imperial City are defined by the Nibenese culture.
It is good to see you again.
You as well.
Let's do business.
Well, I certainly welcome the repair hammer. Let's try and push us a little bit more.
No deal. You're trying to drive me out? Make me a better offer. An excellent deal.
All right.
That's a fair... And... You drive. You drive. That's... That's a good... You got a great deal there.
I guess these aren't reagents.
That's more than I'd usually pay. Thank you for your patronage.
All right. Let me get back into my armor.
Please, return soon. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Curious what's in first
I'm
editions.
Phintius, owner and proprietor of the first edition. Look around. If I don't have it, maybe I can get it.
Lockpicks. Tell me about the Imperial City.
This is the only bookstore in the city. There's also Renoir's books in Chorrol, Machna's in Cheydinhal, and Southern books in Leowyn.
What did I say? Can you tell me any rumors?
If there's a complaint about a merchant, speak to Venetia Miliceia. Need a book? You've come to the right place.
Oh, I'd love all of these, but they are rather heavy, and I still need to read what I've already got.
Good day.
Is this place ever open?
Ah, hello.
I'm guessing we already tried this, but
Yes?
just curious what you have.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
You may not.
Be seeing you.
So now that I think of it, there are a couple other things I'd like to look at.
Speak. The best defense. That's me, Morrow Rufus. Light armor. The very best. Let me take a look at what you've got. What can I interest you in?
How many repair hammers do I want to be carrying? I mean, 19's not that bad. So, gauntlets and greaves if I can swing it. Oh. And yet they give me the same defense. 3-weight, 1 defense. 4-weight, 1 defense, so why would I ever switch? What about shields? 3 helmet, 1 and 1. Cuirass is 7 and 2. The boots are 2 and 1. 1 and 1. And I mean, I could maximize my my defense by avoiding leather.
Bye. Hail.
So here I'm just curious if I can do any more training.
What? Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two.
Let's give it a shot.
Let's see if we... Good that you... Let's get to armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
And this fine iron longsword is definitely an improvement. This is two-handed, so I'm not going to be able to work with that, but...
You've got to be kidding. You need to make a better offer. Don't expect me to make that deal. That's just not reasonable. That's just not reasonable. Tell your friends about me. I'm listening. Sure, that's cute. That's just talk.
Oh, I messed up.
Gracious, what nonsense.
Alright, so boasting.
Good one. My life is drab and wretched by comparison. Not... Oh, please. Sure, my life is drab and wretched. You're wasted. Don't talk such rot. That's amazing. That's just talk. Good one. Don't talk such rot. Not bad. Not bad at all. Such adventures. That's just... What nonsense.
I messed this up again.
That's pretty good. I salute you. Most impressive. Oh, don't try to manipulate me. Is that so? Yeah. What? I salute you. Most impressive. That's just talk. Not now. Not bad. Such adventures. How I envy you. You're wasting your breath. Good one. Don't... Gracious, what a hero. My life is drab and wretched by comparison. Oh, please. Yeah, don't try to manipulate me. Don't talk such rot. I salute you. Most impressive. That's a good one. Have a look at my wares. I can't afford to... That's just not...
Hard bargain.
Make me a better off. Tell your friends about me. Goodbye.
Any friend of the society is a friend of mine. Have a look around.
What can you tell me about Nernroot?
How interesting. I've heard of these glowing roots, but never had the fortune of seeing one. Unfortunately, I know nothing about them. You want to speak to Sindarian of Skingrad. He's an alchemist over there who specializes in unusual plants, fungi, and roots. Take care.
Alright, I think we're properly ready to head out.
Hello there. Do
I
you
don't
ever
like the
buy
look of
soul
you. Keep
gems
moving.
from Calendar? I shop there a few times.
Never hurts to look for lockpicks. Bingo. Question is, do I want to head back to those spots so I can practice some more? Might be a good idea just because of the low difficulty. I'll see if I can find them easily. Oh, this is good. I am definitely carrying too many repair hammers. So the original reason was to see if the Mystic Emporium was finally open. But I'm not going to complain with what I saw.
I hear the legions
How are
have been recalled from Fort Swan.
So barring something that comes up along the way, the main goal is now to head to Chorrol. But as always, I'm not going to turn down a chance to do something on the path.
All visitors to the Imperial Palace are asked to keep their voices down, especially...
It's going to get hard to remember which one of these I've already checked. Some might say it's looting, but I'm obviously protecting the city from thieves by removing the stashed lockpicks. So, big question is if I can find... There was the cave near the Imperial City, and then there was the ruins. If I can find them, so much the better. If I don't, then it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to be able to get a little bit of extra stuff. I suppose I can check the map. Yep, there it is. And an opportunity to get some materials. I think I'm finally getting over my aversion to water. These are technically worth something if I sell them to a tavern, so... Alright, so all that we're doing here is picking up the, well, so the main intention is to pick up everything that was in the chests, but it did occur to me that I probably dropped a few weapons as well.
I scour the land, seeking fortune for Gortwalg and Orsinian. Someday all will recognize the true wealth of the orcs. You too seek wealth, do you not? May you find it, and may tales of your journey be legendary.
Well, that was an unexpected surprise. I don't think I need to carry multiple torches, especially when I have magical means of lighting. All right. Could have sworn that was... I really thought I had a pattern down, so there's no point in checking out the other ones.
Hail, fellow adventurer.
I don't know if I just want to do the auto or not. My feeling was that it might have been that. So I noticed there's two different speeds. There's one where it moves up slowly, and one where it sort of bounces off of your pick right away. And I could just be imagining it, but there seemed to be a higher success rate for the ones that move slowly. Because either way, both of them seem to be... So it says just lock them in when they're at the top. And clearly that's not enough. So I suppose the next best I can hope for is just to raise my security skill and as a result make the tasks easier. But one way or the other, we are now on our way to Chorrol. Naturally stopping by to sell off the booze we just acquired and any alchemy that I do right now.
Destruction magic has spells that disintegrate.
Oh yeah, I should have stopped by the
Any luck on those bottles of Shadow Banished wine yet?
not even close.
Only quality goods for sale here. That's just not reasonable. I can't do that. You're trying to drive me out of business. Tell your friends about me. All right. You're a big, fat liar. You win this one. I'm not... Where'd you get that? That's good. Was that supposed to be a compliment? That's great. That's enough. Where'd you get that? That's good. You're full of it. That's a bit... I won't fight you. Don't be silly. You've got a point. Where'd you... That works for me. May I interest you in some of my fine wares? That seems a... That's a fair... That's a good price for a good customer.
Perhaps unsurprisingly,
Thank you for your patronage.
no base,
Keep looking for that wine. Farewell.
and we have signposts. That's gonna be helpful. On we go. What time is it? Alright, so we'll be traveling at night soon, but I'm a strapping adventurer. I'm sure I should be able to handle it. That looks tempting. So Chorrol's that way. This is a little bit of a detour, but I don't know if it's even possible to get the drop on a hound, but somebody saw me. Oh. So I suppose the answer here is no, I can't get the drop on a wolf. I don't think I'm ready to turn on a light yet. I don't know if they're friendly or not. No. Sounds like there's a fight going on. Sounds like it, because there is.
Who's there? Where are you?
Hopefully I'll find some lockpicks on them. Unless they're friendly. I was thinking I might be able to move the body. Oh, that complicates things. Boots of running sound promising. No lockpicks, though. And clearly I gotta drop some of the heavier stuff. Okay, one lockpick doesn't inspire a ton of confidence, but... Ah. even trying to aim at this point. Presumably the Imperial report on this will say that there is someone attacking nudists in the capital province. You're kidding me. I'm sorry for a little bit less dialogue while doing these, but I'll admit it's actually really interesting to just walk around and hear Tamriel and being able to admire sort of the sights and the experiences. It is on the road, so I don't know if I should be expecting trouble or not. Doesn't hurt to check. So the idea here will be anything that I pick up has to be light armor for sale. I don't think I can afford to pick up heavy armor, unless it has a particularly good return. Looks like somebody got the party started without me. Wait, I don't really think it's worth it for 4. Oh yeah, especially because I'm 1 away from being at max, so let's clear out some of the heavier materials. Watermelon, beef, and bread. Not a perfect alchemy system, but it's definitely a lot easier to navigate than in Morrowind. I think that covers everything that I would need. I'm still over encumbered. Oh, of course, because the potions are 0.5 and the materials were 0.2. Alright. Oh yes, and oh, these are heavy boots, so... So we'll see what's inside the fort. So far we haven't encountered anyone yet, but dead bodies are usually an indication that something's going to be going on. What am I doing?
Long days and nights at the forge make you strong and tough. You are now an apprentice armorer. Your repair hammers now last twice as long, and you cannot repair magical items yet.
So clearly it's not necessary for me to do that on all the gear that I'm just going to sell, but if I'm pursuing levels, that option becomes quite a bit more attractive. Don't want to disturb any doors yet. a door. I wonder if I can get behind them. I don't know what I thought would happen. Is there anyone else? Music says there is. Ring of Aegis. So I've got a shield, I've got water breathing, resist fire and frost. I feel like the shield is probably better. Oh. I'm sure there was a way of me handling that without going directly into the pen, but now I can just say it was a fair fight. We'll see if I wind up wasting that lockpick on a chest that I can't open. Now, I'm probably not going to reload, but I want to at least give myself the option. I'm trying to be a little more careful about making sure that, right, so I think that one would have worked. That one wouldn't. That one would have worked. That one wouldn't. Nope. Okay, maybe. Might be that there are different speeds and only one that works. At least I'm getting my lockpicks. Losing a few too, but it's probably not a huge surprise I'm over encumbered, so let's take a look at some of the heavier stuff I'm carrying. So that should have just gotten rid of, that should be a net, yeah. I think I'm starting to get better at this. How did I miss that? Ah! Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably not the goblin that got that guy. Speaking of, come at me, bro. What on earth? Is that a mug crab? Maybe it was a mascot or something. I think that's full circle. Yep. It's a nice evening spent in the dungeon.
Pay up, or else.
This isn't Moses. The bush has to be on fire.
Yeah.
No, take it from me if you can.
We can play it that way if you like.
You're not very good at this, are you? I should find a bed to sleep in. Well, that was still enough to bring me over under the limit, so. I was wondering if I could get the mushrooms off of the logs, but it seems like I can't. I'll happily harvest everything else, though. And with luck, that might be a buyer for my, should have seen if I could have got rid of the rat meat first. No. I'll admit, I'm not quite sure why I was carrying the sackcloth pads for that long. Oh, a dill farm, so they may not be buyers. Not break into their house just to sell them things. You find nothing of use also applies when I actually do harvest the the mushroom. I'll drop pants if I have to, but let's see if alchemy can help me out again. So I'm thinking the take all on people I beat is not the best option. I don't know if I'm stuck or if I'm no. Might be a little less zealous over acquiring materials when I have my higher level alchemy, but might even be able to get the pants back. This is my destination, isn't it?
I've arrived at Waynon Priory. Now I must take the Amulet of Kings to Joffrey.
I will, but first.
I'm the shepherd here. Eranor's the name, and this is Waynon Priory.
Why does a shepherd have such a massive mace? What can you tell me about Joffrey?
If he's not sleeping or eating, he'll be fussing with his books, I reckon, over in the Priory house.
Any rumors?
I can't believe that Glistel would live with that Malintus Ancrus. Shameful, and her being such a lovely girl.
Not quite the rumor I was looking for, but thanks.
Farewell. What is it?
If I could get something to interact without rat meat, I'm cold. Every time I think I'm close. Surely the lily nectar will give me something. Oh, actually. That also helps.
An expert on Blunt can perform a backwards power attack with a chance of knocking opponents down.
Because it looks like I can potentially steal something from him by mistake.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
The Emperor sent me to find you.
Emperor Uriel? Do you know something about his death?
A little. I was there when he died.
You'd better explain yourself. Now.
He gave me the Amulet of Kings.
You brought me the Amulet of Kings? This cannot be. Let me see it. By the Nine. This is the Amulet of Kings.
You work for me
Who
now.
are you? How did you get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death? As unlikely as your story sounds, I believe you. Only the strange destiny of Uriel Septim could have brought you to me carrying the Amulet of Kings.
Who is the Prince of Destruction?
The Prince of Destruction he referred to is none other than Mehrunes Dagon, one of the lords of the demonic world of Oblivion. The Emperor's words, "Close shut the jaws of Oblivion," certainly suggest that he perceived some threat from Oblivion. But all the scholars agree that the mortal world is protected from the Daedra of Oblivion by magical barriers.
How can Oblivion threaten us then?
I'm not sure. Only the Emperors truly understand the meaning behind the rituals of coronation. The Amulet of Kings is ancient. Saint Alicia herself received it from the gods. It is a holy relic of great power. When an emperor is crowned, he uses the amulet to light the dragon fires at the Temple of the One in the Imperial City. With the emperor dead and no new heir crowned, the dragon fires in the temple will be dark, for the first time in centuries. It may be that the dragon fires protected us from a threat that only the Emperor was aware of.
The Emperor asked me to find his son.
I am one of the few who know of his existence. Many years ago, I served as captain of Uriel's bodyguards, the Blades. One night, Uriel called me into his private chambers. A baby boy lay sleeping in a basket. Uriel told me to deliver him somewhere safe. He never told me anything else about the baby, but I knew it was his son. From time to time, he would ask about the child's progress. Now it seems that this illegitimate son is the heir to the Septim throne, if he yet lives.
Where can I find Uriel's son?
His name is Martin. He serves Akatosh in the chapel in the city of Kvatch, south of here. You must go to Kvatch and find him at once. If the enemy is aware of his existence, as seems likely, he is in terrible danger. And please, Let me know if there's anything you need. My resources here are limited, but I will help in any way I can.
Tell me more about the Amulet of Kings.
It will be safest here with me. When you return with Martin, we will figure out our next move.
What kind of assistance can you offer?
I keep a few things here in my chest to resupply traveling blades. Help yourself to whatever you need.
Thank you. I am not done yet.
Your first priority now should be to find Martin and bring him back here.
What do you know about Boris?
One of the youngest blades ever to serve in the Emperor's personal guard. I am glad to hear that he survived, but I fear he will take the Emperor's death particularly hard.
Tell me more about the dragon fires.
The coronation of each new Emperor is sealed when he uses the Amulet of Kings to light the dragon fires in the Temple of the One. The dragon fires of Akatosh remain lit until the death of the Emperor. His successor then lights them anew upon ascending to the throne. With Emperor Uriel dead and no successor crowned, the Temple of the One will be dark for the first time in centuries.
Where's the Elder Council in all of this?
The Elder Council rules in the Emperor's absence by ancient tradition. Chancellor Akato heads the Elder Council and is the closest thing the Empire has to a leader right now. But the Blades answer only to the Emperor, of course. We are not an arm of the government.
What else can you tell me about Martin?
He is a priest in the chapel of Akatosh in Kvatch. He never knew that he was Uriel Septim's son. You need to find him at once and bring him safely back here.
What about Marunus Dagon?
The Daedra Prince of Destruction, an inveterate foe of all mortal races. He was involved with Jagar Tharn's plot against the Empire years ago. It doesn't surprise me to find his hand in the current calamity.
And the Blades?
Yes, Boris told you right. I am the grandmaster of the Blades. We serve the Emperor and the Septim bloodline. Talos is our patron. You wonder to find me here? Discretion is our watchword. Only a few of us have the honor to serve publicly in the Imperial Guard. Waste no time. You must find Martin before the enemy does.
I mean, this all looks good, but, I just don't see the reason to go to Leather Greaves.
Joffrey told me that the Emperor has an illegitimate son named Martin who is currently serving as a priest in the chapel of Akatosh in the city of Kvatch. I must proceed to Kvatch at once and bring Martin safely back to Waynon Priory.
Before I do that, of course, I do need to get some rest. I'm assuming I can't use one of his beds. This game has a nice habit of punishing me for legitimate actions.
You've ascended to level 6. You've learned a lot about Cyrodiil and about yourself. It's hard to believe how ignorant you were, but now you have much more to learn.
So I do need to go to the city just so I can sell everything. And as far as Kvatch is concerned, what are we looking at here? Revel, Anvil, Kvatch. Oh, wow. Excuse me. Seems there may be a problem.
Hello.
So, this isn't the first time we've run into this, but if somebody could please tell me what the possible candidate for this problem is, I will gladly solve it.
What? Good day. Good to see
Oh, this is bad.
What can I do for you?
Can you tell me about Joffrey?
Brother Joffrey? He should be in the Priory House, I think.
I'll leave it be.
Take care. Who will help an old beggar?
Hello, I don't think we've met. Are you new in town?
I am pleased to meet you.
Likewise, I'm always glad to meet someone new. Welcome. I'm sure my mother would be glad to meet you as well.
Tell me about your mother.
My mother owns this shop. She would be glad of your business. Only the finest wares to buy and barter at Northern Goods and Trades. I'm Cednius, the proprietor. How can I help you?
I was hoping to buy and sell. Tell me about Chorrol first.
If I don't have what you need, you might try the other Chorrol merchants. Renoir's has books, fire and steel for your armor and weapons.
What rumors have you heard?
I saw Reyna Briant talking to her dogs the other day. I think she thinks they understand her. Go ahead. Knowledge is power.
This would be a good one.
Knowledge is the key. There's knowledge. You've got... Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. No deal.
Tempting.
You drive. That's up. You've made a good bit of gold. You got a great deal. You've made a good bit of gold.
Should figure out what Feather does.
And a good price for a good customer. You drive a hard and excellent bargain. That seems that's more than I'd use.
should have seen what I could have bought first.
A pleasure to serve you.
Alright, I think that worked for me so far.
Bye.
So I will take a quick minute just to see the other merchants and see if there's anything else I can get. So I suspect this probably won't have any spell books, but doesn't hurt to check.
Welcome to Renoir's Books. I'm the owner, Estelle Renoir. Look around. If you don't see what you want, please ask.
What kind of books do you have?
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
I would love to read all of these, but I just don't have a place for them yet.
Be seeing you.
I thought they were attacking.
I thought I heard something the other night. It's none of my business. I'm Rena Bruyant. I love dogs. Doesn't everyone? Farewell.
While I'm at it, I can't remember all of the things that I've read. Oh, I've got a ton of stuff that I need to sell still.
Elisa Otis, Guide to Chorrol. Praise Stendar, the Nine, and all the saints. My name is Elisa Otis, and I'd like to tell you about the town of Chorrol. Castle Chorrol. Chorrol is the county seat of County Chorrol, and is ruled by Countess Ariana Valga, a very proper woman, and mother of the beautiful and virtuous Elisa Caro, Countess of Leowin. Ariana is a devout and righteous follower of Akatosh and sets a fine example for her people by her devotions in the Chapel of Stendar. Her husband, Count Karis Valga, was a staunch defender of the faith and follower of Stendar, and his death in battle against a heathen Nord clansman of Skyrim was greatly lamented by his people. Elisa Caro has been a good wife to Count Marius of Leowin and dutiful daughter, and she is often seen visiting Chorrol and her saintly mother. I'm also pleased to report that the castle mage is a righteous and goodly servant of the Nine, unlike so many wizards who neglect the chapel and the faith. Channel offers magical training for those eager to smite the ungodly, and it would be much better to go to her than some wicked mages guild hedge wizard.
What was that about the Mages Guild?
The Countess holds court every day in the fine great hall, except on Sundas, of course. She has very fine herald and steward, and the castle is neat and well ordered. It also has a strong dungeon jail for evildoers, though I'm sorry to say that the guards are often lax in their duties and fail to arrest and lock up the various beggars and thieves and gamblers and cheats who idle in the streets. Districts of Chorrol. There are 5 main districts in Chorrol. When you enter the gate, you will find yourself in the fountain gate before the fine pool and statue of Saint Sancretor, in memory of all who died in that great battle. Around the fountain are 2 inns, and the general store and the smith. One street leads east to the castle, one north to the Great Oak. Great Oak Place, and one west to the Chapel Street and West Chorrol. Chapel Street leads to the chapel, past the bookstore, and thence to the crude shacks gathered around the well of West Chorrol. Around the Great Oak Place, there are the Mages Guild and Fighters Guild, and many fine houses.
Big news there.
The Chapel of Stendar. The Chapel of Stendar is beautiful and perfect for a traveler's meditations and prayer. Every Sunday morning you will find the best citizens gathered with their good countess for worship. You may be surprised to learn that not all people of Chorrol follow the model of their countess, for many are very idle and careless in their devotions. This is certainly the responsibility of the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild, whose members fail to set a good example for Chorrol citizens. The elderly priestess of the chapel, Oreg Grabargol, is a kindly, righteous soul, and it would be far better to purchase your spells from her than from the godless heathens of the Mages Guild. Chorrol's guilds. The Fighters Guild members, though led by the excellent and honorable Velena Daunton, are dirty and uncouth in their speech, and often to be found lazing about in their chapter house, or wandering the town and engaging in loose talk. How much better it would be if they improved their character by regular attendance at the Chapel of Stendar. Their excellent smith is an exception, being often seen at her devotions in the chapel. Mages of the Chorrol Mages, members of the Chorrol Mages Guild are for the most part shiftless scholars and students who spend their time reading, quarreling, and brewing foul concoctions. They are well-spoken and well-educated, but what good is such learning if they fail to improve their souls by penitence and prayer? You may purchase spells and potions from these persons, but it will only encourage them in their irreverent amusements and wicked idleness. Goods and services. The proprietor of Northern Goods and Trade, Seed Neas, is an Argonian, but unlike many of her countrymen, she is clever, honest, and well-spoken. Isn't that remarkable? She is so accomplished that she offers training in the mercantile arts, but she will not purchase goods from her cheaply. I am told by those who know that the smith of fire and steel, Rasheda the Redguard, is a very fine craftsman who offers training in her craft. She is always to be found at Sunday's chapel worship, but she is fresh and disrespectful, and her manners and dress leave something to be desired. Renoir's Books is fairly clean and has a wide selection of books, but would you believe that I found not a single copy of the 10 Commandments of the 9 Divines, nor have I ever seen the proprietress in the chapel of Stendar? There are only 2 places where you may purchase food and lodging. One is proper and clean, frequented by decent citizens. The other is rude and dirty, a meeting place for drunkards, thieves, and orcs. The one is run by a well-dressed, dignified, and proper matron. The other is run by a careless young woman. One is called the Oak and Crozier. The other is called the Grey Mare. I am sure that you will know which one to visit if you want a clean and safe bed. Notable citizens of Chorrol. Casta Scribonia, the author, lives in Chorrol. She is a well-educated, well-traveled woman, but she writes books which I cannot recommend. For they are full of romance and gossip and other offensive and wasteful indulgences, and their heroes do not present our children the proper models of virtue, duty, honor, and reverence that all followers of the 9 Divines must love and hold in our hearts. Shameful features of Chorrol.
Now we're getting to the good part.
You will often see townsfolk gathered in mischief and loose talk around the Great Oak near the Fighters and Mages Guilds. One man, very sly, named Hondatar, knows all about the surrounding lands, and he offers to teach skills for a fee, but one never sees him in the chapel, and one suspects that he is given to profanity, strong drink, and brawling. There are many thieves and murderers in Chorrol. They even secretly teach their crafts for fees in their homes. And where is the Chorrol Guard? Nowhere to be seen, I'm sorry to say. The beggars in Chorrol are dirty, but they are free from disease, cheerful, and polite. You may give a coin to one of these to ease your soul, but it does little to improve a beggar, for it will soon be squandered on gambling, strong spirits, and other mischief. 9 gods and 9 blessings.
I've already read the Serenity Tome. We've read the Fundamentals of Alchemy. I'm pretty sure I've read the Fundamentals of Alchemy. Let's just go through them, so I will read this again just in case.
Fundamentals of Alchemy by Aladon Mathuri. Often overlooked by aspiring mages, alchemy is a time-honored, rewarding discipline that can change the lives of those who master it. It is difficult and often dangerous to advance one's knowledge of the materials used in alchemical formulas, but continued study and hard work will, in the end, reward the alchemist greatly. Before success can be achieved or even attempted, the beginning alchemist must understand the basic principles behind his craft. Many items in our world, mostly organic in nature, can be broken down into more fundamental essences with magical properties. The more skilled the alchemist, the more properties of an ingredient that can be harnessed. Combining the essences of 2 or more ingredients can result in the creation of a potion, which anyone may then drink. Legend has it that a truly great alchemist can brew potions from a single ingredient, a feat well beyond the capabilities of most. The alchemist's potion can have several effects depending on the ingredients used, and not all the effects are beneficial. In many cases, recipes result in a potion with a mix of positive and negative effects. It is up to the alchemist to determine which recipes yield the best results. It is worth noting that potions can be created to have only negative effects and be used as poisons. This practice is not recommended by the author, and this text shall not discuss such potions further. Wardcraft. Wardcraft is, in fact, amateur alchemy. Eating an ingredient requires grinding it against the teeth, which occasionally releases its simplest essence, and results in a fleeting effect on the eater. Wardcraft never has as strong a result as a potion created using the proper tools. The alchemist's tools. The mortar and pestle is the alchemist's most important and essential tool. Without it, no ingredient can be correctly prepared for use in a potion. The budding alchemist is advised to keep a mortar and pestle on hand at all times and become comfortable with its use early on. The simple grinding of an ingredient is the most fundamental step in the brewing of potions. When properly ground, the petals of a redwort flower yield a powder that can, when mixed correctly with another ingredient, such as ginseng, create a potion for cure poisons. This is one formula that many alchemists are quick to learn and retain, as mistakes in potion mixing often require its use. The advanced alchemist has other tools at his disposal to improve the quality of his potions. A retort can be employed to purify the mixture, improving the positive effects of a potion. Washing the mixture through an alembic helps to distill the potion, reducing any negative effects, and a calcinator can be used to burn away impurities in the mixture, increasing the potency of the potion's effects. While these apparatuses are not necessary to create potions, it is advised that they be used whenever possible. Ingredient combination. A potion is only as good as its ingredients. Only those with identical effects may be combined to make a potion. Up to 4 ingredients may be successfully used in a single potion. As the alchemist gains skill in preparing ingredients, new properties may be discovered and can be used in creating potions. While this can be an exciting time expanding the alchemist's repertoire, he should take care to check carefully which effects his potions will contain when he is done brewing. Many established recipes may have new results, not all of which are beneficial.
Finally, the eastern provinces.
The eastern provinces, impartially considered. And even if we overlook the dubious moral and legal justifications for hundreds of years of occupation of these two provinces, what economic or military benefits can we derive from Morrowind and Blackmarsh? Indeed, a few beneficiaries of imperial monopolies in the provinces do profit from their exploitation of their wealth and resources. But does the empire as a whole benefit? Hardly. The vast machineries of the imperial bureaucracies cost far more to maintain than can be recovered in duties and taxes, and the cost of establishing and maintaining the garrisons of the Imperial Legion in the far-flung wilderness posts of these provinces would be cost-effective only if there were evidence of a military threat from the east. But no such evidence exists. No army of Morrowind or Blackmarsh has ever threatened the security of any other imperial province, let alone the security of Cyrodiil itself. In fact, a greater threat to imperial security lies in the idle legions that the taxpayer spends thousands of drakes to support. The generals of these legions, facing no enemies or opposition within the borders of their provinces, may look with ambition to the west. With their loyal veteran troops and coffers fattened by friendly monopolists, they become unpredictable political factors in the uncertainties surrounding the imperial succession. If the occupation of Morrowind and Blackmarsh were motivated by idealistic aspirations, perhaps there might lie some justification for bearing the burden of the empire. But consider the shame of the Emperor's mute acceptance of the unspeakable practice of slavery in Morrowind. Instead of using our imperial legions to free the wretched Khajiit and Argonian slaves from their dark elf masters, we pay our troopers to protect the indefensible institution of slavery. Within the ebony mines of Morrowind, bloated monopolists under imperial charters exploit slave labor to harvest the outrageous profits assured by rampant graft and corruption. Consider the colossal arrogance of our proposition to bring peace and enlightenment to the east, when in fact we have only brought our armies into lands who have never threatened us, and we have only exploited the most shameful and evil practices we have found in Morrowind and Blackmarsh simply to enrich the friends and flatterers of the imperial family. Impartially considered, our occupation of the eastern provinces is morally corrupt, militarily indefensible, and economically ruinous. The only conclusion is that we should disband the imperial legions, withdraw the imperial bureaucracies and monopolists from the east, and give these ancient lands and peoples their freedom. Only by so doing may we hope to preserve the fragile ideals and fortunes of the Western culture.
May I help you?
Welcome to Renoir's Books. I'm the owner, Estelle Renoir. Look around. If you don't see what you want, please ask.
Just looking for a city guide.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
All right, well, we'll talk later.
Good day.
May I help?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to dodge the... So it's obviously the guards. I have another message I just need to deal with.
I'm Rashida, the smith, and this is fire and steel. Quality armor and weapons. Repairs, too. What can I do for you?
Sorry about that.
Knowledge is the key to success in any endeavor.
Okay, this is good to know. So I get 5 each level.
All right.
So I like admiration most.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Not great.
That's just goodness. You're a big, fat liar. Not bad. Not really not. That's blah, blah, blah. What a bore. That's what a wonderful... Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. What a bore. Goodness, what can I say? You can't scare me. You're not bad. Not bad at all. No, you do me too much honor. Don't make me laugh. Sure, you can't scare me. No, oh, you're a... Yeah, I get it. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure...
It's probably a little too much, but...
I can't do that. You've got to... A good price for a good...
So I'm never going to use these.
That's a fair deal. An excellent bargain. You got a great deal there.
Now let's see what I can buy. I think I already have a steel longsword, but I'll double check.
Thank you. Come again.
It's a fine iron longsword. So it's 18
Good
weight
day.
versus...
Perhaps you need new armor, a weapon. I have a large selection of both.
versus 24. Yeah, that's not good.
Goodbye.
Let's see if we can find the Mages Guild.
Mages Guild halls sell destruction spells in Skingrad Conjuration in Chorrol. Okay.
Hello. I'm Castor Scribonia, the writer, author of Woman Gone Wild.
Tell me more.
The Oak and Crozier is a nice place, but that talisman seems rather stuck up to me. Goodbye.
I'm Contumeliorius Florius. I'm in charge of enchanted item recharge in the Mages Guild here in Chorrol. Get it? In charge.
Negative 100 reputation with me. Tell me more about the Mages Guild.
I keep to myself around here. If you want to join the guild, go find Tikis. He's in charge of that sort of stuff here in Chorrol.
I'll do that.
Bye.
how are you? Excuse me. My name is Angalmo. Can I help you?
Can you tell me about Nernroot?
Okay, I'm stumped. If I had more time, I'd buy that off of you and bring it to Sindarian in Skingrad. He's the expert on strange plants. Perhaps you should take it to him. If any other alchemist can help you, he certainly can. Bye.
Hello. Greetings, citizen. Is there something I can do for you? Are you perhaps interested in joining the Mages Guild?
Very much so.
Well then, it's no small matter. Membership in the guild is quite an honor, but also a responsibility. Do you wish to join the guild?
I do.
Very well. You are now an associate of the Mages Guild. The full guild hall is now available for your use. You'll need a recommendation from each local guild hall in order to advance further. Until then, the Arcane University will be closed to you. Welcome to the guild, and good luck to you.
Tell me more about the Arcane University.
The Arcane University is the seat of the Mages Guild in Cyrodiil. Located in the Imperial City, it houses the leaders of our guild.
What can you tell me about Chorrol?
It's good that you've joined one of our local organizations. It helps you make the right connections.
What about the Mages Guild in general?
We're all better off now that necromancy has been banned from the guild. It's just safer that way.
What have you heard about the Prophet in Anvil?
An intriguing fellow from what I've heard. A cut above the usual street corner rabble-rouser. He's the talk of Anvil, apparently.
What'll it take to get a recommendation?
I'm afraid I can't just write one out of hand. That would be against protocols, you see. If perhaps you can clear up a small matter involving Erana, you can prove your loyalty to the guild and earn my recommendation.
Tell me more about Erana.
She and I have an unpleasant history. She does not care for guild regulations and errantly believes I am misusing my powers. I have seen that she is in town. Though she has not approached me, I know she wants something. I would like you to find out what it is.
I can't imagine why she would think that
Determine what
you
she's
are,
after, and how we may be rid of her. I do not want her here, spreading her lies.
Yeah, I really can't imagine why she would have the opinion you abuse your power. What rumors have you heard?
The Mages Guild runs more or less like it always did. But we lost quite a few members when the practice of necromancy was banned. Make haste. I wish to be rid of Erana as soon as possible.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Athregard of the Mages Guild. How can I serve you?
Mostly just
Take
looking
care.
for services, but I thought I had a key.
Imperial Charter of the Guild of Mages. 1. Purpose. The Guild of Mages provides benefits to scholars of magic and establishes laws regarding the proper use of magic. The Guild is dedicated to the collection, preservation, and distribution of magical knowledge, with an emphasis on ensuring that all citizens of Tamriel benefit from this knowledge. 2. Authority. The Guild of Mages was established on Somerset Isle in the year 230 of the Second Era by Vanus Galerian and Rilis XII. It was later confirmed by the Guilds Act of Potentate Verzidu Shea. 3. Rules and procedures. Crimes against fellow members of the Guild are treated with the harshest discipline. Whether a member may regain their status in the Guild is determined by the Archmage. Addendum. Effective 3rd Era 431, any Guild members committing a crime against the Guild is to be suspended immediately. The suspension may be lifted at the discretion of the Steward of the Council of Mages. Any Guild member receiving multiple suspensions may, at the determination of the Council, be summarily and permanently dismissed from the Guild. 4. Membership requirements. The Guild of Mages only accepts candidates of keen intelligence and dominant will. Candidates must exhibit mastery in the great schools of magic, destruction, alteration, illusion, and mysticism. Candidates must also display practical knowledge of enchantments and alchemical processes. 5. Application for membership. Candidates must present themselves to the Steward of the Guild Hall for examination and approval. Addendum. Effective 3rd Era 431, as per Archmage Travin, all candidates for membership in the Guild of Mages must be approved by the presiding Guild Hall stewards, with said approval submitted in writing to the Council of Mages in a timely manner. Addendum. Effective 3rd Era 431, as per Council mandate, sale of spells in the Imperial Province is to be redistributed across Guild Halls. The following halls are to be responsible for each school of magic: Alteration, Kaidenhall; Conjuration, Chorrol; Destruction, Skyngrad; Illusion, Bravel; Mysticism, Leowin; Restoration, Anvil.
Excuse me. My name is Angama. Can I help you?
Do you have anything for sale? No.
Good day.
Manual of Spellcraft, an introductory text. The beginning spellcaster. The most powerful mages in Tamriel were once beginners. They all had similar early experiences, exposure to magic kindled an interest and/or unlocked by some latent ability, followed by years of hard work. These intrepid souls honed their skills, learned new spells, and vigorously trained their minds and bodies to become the formidable figures that they were known as during their later lives. The Mages Guild of Tamriel has long been the first stop on a long road to knowledge and power for many individuals. Providing magical services to the general public, the Guild offers a wide variety of spells for purchase and is recommended as a first stop for any aspiring spellcaster. Independent dealers may be found, though their selection of spells is often not as comprehensive as that of the Mages Guild. Many spells are beyond the capabilities of beginning mages. The ability to render oneself invisible, for example, is an advanced power that is beyond the novice spellcaster. Through practice, a mage may become more skilled in a given school of magic and find himself proficient enough to begin exploring its more powerful aspects. The fledgling mage should not be daunted by his inability to wield certain powers, but should instead use this as a point of focus and a drive for bettering himself. Rather than becoming discouraged, the student should look forward to higher levels of skill, such as the advanced techniques of absorbing spells, summoning lesser and eventually greater Daedra and undead, for research purposes only, and protection against specific types of spells, such as fire, frost, and shock spells. Mages wishing to specialize in a particular school of magic are encouraged to learn as many spells as possible within that school, and to practice them frequently. All mages, whether specializing or nurturing general interest, are encouraged to apply for membership within the Mages Guild. Beyond services available to the general public, the accomplished guild member has access to many exclusive services, such as advanced spellcraft and enchanting. These services have been deemed potentially dangerous to the public at large and have been restricted to higher-ranked guild members in good standing by the Council of Mages. Citizens interested in further use of magic should consult their local Mages Guild Archmagister.
I'd love to raid the cupboards, but I think I'll leave the Mages Guild left on its own. Oh man, I want to read all of this. Also, I thought I had more books. Oh, that's right. All the books that I stole got taken away. I'll read the 10 Commandments of the 9 Divines just because it was mentioned.
The 10 Commandments of the 9 Divines. By the intercession of Saint Elisa, you may be so filled with grace and the strength and wisdom that comes from grace, that through these teachings you may come to the true meaning of the 9 Divines and their glories. To convey to man's mind all the manifold subtleties of truth and virtue may not be done where all the seas ink and all the sky is the parchment upon which their wisdoms were writ. Yet Akatosh, in his wisdom, knowing how impatient is man and how loath he is to travel upon the hard roads of truth, has allowed these 10 simple commandments to be made manifest with powerful clarity and concise definition. Commandment 1, Stendar says, be kind and generous to the people of Tamriel, protect the weak, heal the sick, and give to the needy. Arke says, honor the earth, its creatures, and the spirits living and dead. Guard and tend the bounties of the mortal world, and do not profane the spirits of the dead. Mara says, live soberly and peacefully, honor your parents, and preserve the peace and security of home and family. Zenithar says, work hard and you will be rewarded, spend wisely and you will be comfortable, never steal or you will be punished. Talos says, be strong for war, be bold against enemies and evil, and defend the people of Tamriel. Kinnereth says, use nature's gifts wisely, respect her power and fear her fury. Dabella says, open your heart to the noble secrets of art and love, treasure the gift of friendship, seek joy and inspiration in the mysteries of love. Giuliano says, know the truth, observe the law, when in doubt, seek wisdom from the wise. Akatosh says, serve and obey your emperor, study the covenants, worship the 9, do your duty and heed the commandments of the saints and priests. The 9 say, above all else, be good to one another. If only each man might look into the mirror of these commands and see reflected there the bliss that might enfold them, were he to serve in strict obedience to these commands, he would be cast down and made contrite and humble. The obedient man may come to the altars of the 9 and be blessed, and may receive the comfort and healing of the 9, and may give thanks for his manifold blessings. Heedless, the wicked man turns away, and forsaking the simple wisdoms granted to him by the all-wise and all-knowing 9, he lives in sin and ignorance all the days of his life. He bears the awful burden of his crimes, and before men and God his wickedness is known, and neither blessing nor comfort may he expect from the altars and shrines of the 9. Yet the wicked and foolish are not doomed, for in their infinite mercies the 9 have said, repent and do good works, and the fountains of grace shall once more spill forth upon you. Repent your crimes, tender unto the emperor the fines of gold, that they may be used to spread the faith and its benefit to all men. Do yourself good works, redeem your infamy by shining deeds, show to all men and the 9 the good of fame of the righteous man, and you may once again approach the altars and shrines of the chapel to receive the comfort and blessings of the 9.
Speaking of, why is my personality down? No infamy. Green spore. I didn't even know I was diseased. That's more like it.
Ingredients taken from plants will grow back in the later months.
I am Alberic Litter of the Mages Guild. I am pleased to make your acquaintance.
Ah, so
Let's see if we can't teach you. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
These are all very tempting. Flashbolt in particular.
Please, go on. I offer the finest goods...
I'm gonna buy it, but clearly I need to get my mysticism up. Definitely need this. Alright, that took a big...
Another satisfied customer.
That was a big dent out of my,
Take care.
my wealth, but worth it.
Well met.
I could be wrong, but it seems to me there's something
Good day.
What can you tell me about Irana?
All I heard is that she's looking for some sort of book. You'll have to talk to her if you want to know more.
Works for me.
Be seeing you.
I did want to check out the Fighters Guild, but for the time being, I'll try and get my recommendation.
If you do enough damage to an opponent, you will stagger them.
Hello. You haven't seen my sons, have you? They went off into the forest to fight those monsters, and I'm worried about them. My sons. Have you seen my sons?
Tell me more.
Yes, Rallis and Antis. They're going to fight off the creatures at our farm, but I fear for their safety.
What creatures?
For the last few days, we've suffered attacks from these creatures at our farm not far from Chorrol. They're coming from someplace in the Great Forest. I don't know where, but Rallis may know more by now. My boys will take up the fight, even if the guards won't. Doesn't matter if it's outside the town walls, it still affects us all.
So you feel very strongly about this.
They expect me to go with them, but I fear in my old age I'm not the warrior I once was. Would you go in my place?
I will help.
Somehow, I knew you'd do the right thing. I'm supposed to meet them at Wayne and Priory. You'd best get whatever supplies you need now, so you can get there in time. I need a drink to calm my nerves. Please, excuse me.
What? Ah, yes. You are a guild mage, are you not? Yet different from the others. Yes, this is good. There's a small matter with which you may be able to assist. It's nothing worth involving your guild in, I assure you. Best if kept just between us, yes? So, what say you?
I am interested.
Excellent. It's a simple task, really. All you need to do is fetch a book for me. The book is entitled Fingers of the Mountain. It is of no use to you. You won't be able to read it. I, however, can and would very much like to. You'll find it at an old ruin called Cloud Top. It's north of Chorrol, up in the mountains. I'm afraid I don't have an exact location. Return it to me immediately when you have it. Make no mention of it to Tychius or anyone else in your guild. I will make it well worth your effort.
Good to know. Something tells me Tikius is going to...
What's...
Irana has asked me to bring her book titled Fingers of the Mountain so that she may translate it. I need to tell Tikius about this immediately.
I'm sorry about this.
Hi there.
What is it, associate?
What news about Irena? Yes?
She wants the Fingers of the Mountain.
What? Not only does it exist, but she knows where it is? Well, this is unacceptable. That book needs to be in the safekeeping of the guild. I trust that as a member of the guild, you would do the right thing and acquire this text before Irana does.
Why am I not surprised?
Are we clear? Ignore her request. Go to this place she has described and return with the book. This is far more important than any petty squabble.
What's so important about the book?
Should you go looking for it, I hope that it would be for the sole purpose of bringing it here. Finding that book should be your top priority, associate.
Hey. Well, look, they're not the Artist Guild.
Afternoon. You're not afraid of trouble, are you? You'd like the Fighters Guild.
Tell me more.
If you're looking to join up, you should speak with Velena Daunton in Chorrol, Azan in Anvil, or Burj Grokrash in Chaidenhall. You too.
You look tough. Want to join the Fighters Guild?
I do.
If you're interested, see Velena Danton in Chorrol.
No, sorry.
Or Azan in Anvil. Or Burj Grokrash in Chaidenhall. Take care.
Tidings, citizen.
Greetings. How may I help you? Are you perhaps interested in joining the Fighters Guild?
Got it in one.
The Fighters Guild is always looking for new members. If you've got a clean record and don't have a bounty on your head, we may be able to use you.
No bounties,
Are you
ma'am.
interested in joining?
I am.
Excellent. You are now an associate in the Fighters Guild. You should report to either Azan in Anvil or Burz Grokash in Chaidenhall for contracts.
No contracts here. How do I advance?
You will advance through the ranks of the Fighters Guild when you have proven your merit. As you complete contracts and fulfill your duties, you'll be promoted to the next station, accepting the associated duties and responsibilities. Be aware, though, that your rank can be stripped for failure to uphold the tenets of the Guild or at my discretion. Just do your job.
It's heavier, but it does more damage. You know what? We'll read this later. Well, hello there.
Greetings.
I'm listening.
Hello.
Hello there.
Alright, well, it seems to me like the priority is now the book. Oh, that's way off the path. Alright. So I am rather liking the structure of this so far. It's done a pretty good job of just giving me some adventures. I can remember when I first tried the Elder Scrolls, I really didn't like the fact that I sort of felt that I was on a quest treadmill. But this was when I tried Skyrim, which I think I played about 20 minutes of.
Why walk when you can run has always been your motto. Now the miles of running and hours of swimming have paid off. You are an apprentice of athletics. Your rate of fatigue regeneration when running is increased by 25%.
Anyway, I sort of get it now. Oh, this is gonna be expensive. I'll still run with it, but I should be careful about my magicka use. Anyway, I didn't like the feeling that I was sort of put on this treadmill of activities, and I stopped playing. But from Arena, I kind of liked the fact that I was going on adventures so that I could take advantage of sales, and now I'm sort of getting the idea of it's not just a main quest line, but it's more of an environment in which you sort of make your own adventures, whether or not you continue on with the main plot. So the chance to have little moments inside of dungeons like this, where you don't know what's going to happen, is neat. Could have sworn that was a... I don't get it. As you can tell, I was extra paranoid.
Stepping softly, hiding in the shadows, you do everything in your power to remain undetected. You become an apprentice of sneaking. When you are sneaking, you now do extra damage while attacking a character that does not attack you, or detect you.
Should have sold the iron longsword, but It's too late now. One other thing I should check out is what kind of mysticism I have, because I definitely need to practice it. Nothing. Okay. I need to prioritize training in mysticism and find some spells to practice. Wow. Pretty sure that's a troll. Oh god, there's more than one. And the helmet's down. Okay. So that was sort of the right idea, not the best implementation. But to the victor go the spoils. I forgot. So I want to try and get the backstab on it, and then follow up with strong magicka. So I do want to go in there, but I'd like to check out the rest of the place first. Either way, leads the same place. That backstab did nothing. Oh God. Oh no, trolls. Alright, this is not exactly where I want to make my stand, but... surely they won't chase me outside. That is exactly what they will do. There's so many of them. Alright. Careful. Good.
Fire, frost, and lightning have flowed from your fingertips. You are now a journeyman in destruction magic and can cast journeyman-level destruction spells.
Alright. I know I still have a troll that's gonna be out for my blood, but that was exciting. Ah, there's more than one. It's probably better this happens in the dark. Should probably be healing at this point.
Your light armor is like a second skin after all those days and weeks wearing it. You have learned to move easily with it in combat. As an apprentice of light armor, your gear is no longer damaged as swiftly from combat.
But I may be dead. Well, certainly getting my edge back. Wow. Tempting, but it's a reduction in damage, so it doesn't quite work for me. So apparently I already came this way. Pretty sure I know those two places. So I'll still try for the sneak attack. But I do sort of want to get my ducks in a row here, and one of those is to make sure that I have enough magicka. Should probably take a minute and get some alchemy in. Scale shield, so this gives me both, so it's also a little lighter weight, so I did that twice. Where'd the troll go? There it is. Paranoid. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That was a good execution. I'm going to assume I need to do a lot of repairs after each hit from a... Well, not as bad as I thought. Okay, I need to protect that shield a bit more, though. You're kidding me. I'd love to get the shield, but gotta be practical about, what I'm up against. Wow. My poor shield. That's an ogre. Looks like a minotaur from here. Busted. I don't get why I can't attack. It's really neat to see some of the old stuff from Arena come back. Damn. I'm mildly tempted to turn on the light, but I'm a little worried that there's still a couple things around to detect me. For instance, I don't know if I've gone up. So this looks like it's a passage to the outside world. I am tempted to take that, but I want to finish exploring first. noticed that. Now, I thought I'd already seen up here, but I really should bind Flashbolt at this point. And if I can get the sneak attack, it's probably just 2 flashbolts and he's down. Is it gonna chase me all the way out of its cave? Worth the wait. I don't even want to imagine how this guy got here. So the first thing I want to check out is that door to the outside. bad. The only problem I have is I don't know, the path isn't quite as straightforward, so I think I'm gonna go out the way that I came. I'm sure you've noticed I sometimes forget which key I've got these things bound to. So I'm just going to take a minute and confirm the other door is the one that I think it is. Then I think we can wish goodbye to this cave. Now I'll probably need to wrap this up. Let's see if we can make it to Cloud Top. Quite the trek. They're not so tough. I'm gonna guess from the ruins that this is the location I need to go to. Let's just get another peek at the view. I guess the Imperial City would probably be in that direction. to drop on me. That was kind of neat. So I saw an unusual mushroom up there, and then when I turned around, I saw all the other ones hiding behind the rock. Which might imply others had picked the mushrooms before. And because they were once hidden behind a rock, nobody had noticed them before me. All right.
I found the book titled Fingers of the Mountain. I need to deliver it either to Arana at the Grey Mare Tavern in Chorrol, or to Tikas at the Chorrol Mages Guild.
I've always been on good relations with the Mages Guild, so I don't see any reason not to carry on, especially because his concern about safety seems justified, given the charred corpse. That actually took less time than I thought it was going to, so I should be able to make it back to town. I will admit to being a little curious as to what's up here, though. So let's take a slight detour, but nothing too dramatic. Also, is my weight. I'm getting pretty close, so... Alright, I'm interested, but I'm gonna say that's a landmark that I'll remember for next time, and if we come around this way, I'll pursue it later. I will admit, I was saying this before about just going off on side little missions and all of that. I'm really enjoying this. I also just like these little moments in between. I know one thing I heard from people before was that the visuals weren't as impressive as Morrowind, and I sort of get it. It's a more this is the sort of thing that you might be able to see in everyday life. But I'm actually really enjoying walking in these environments, seeing the trees, the difference in weather. It's kind of neat. You see the two bodies here, and it looks like they're the reason there's the damage to the fence. Yeah, I'm really enjoying just having some moments to enjoy the environment on my way to my next adventure.
For his heroism at Pale Pass, Countess Chorrol was appointed the first Count of Chorrol.
I read The Real Berenzas.
Yes?
I have the Fingers of the Mountain.
You found the book? My trust in you was well placed, it seems. Hand it over, if you please.
Here's the book.
Ah, yes, this is indeed the correct book. You've not been able to open it, I presume. Then all is well. You have shown yourself worthy of the guild, and for that I thank you. You shall have the recommendation you need. Now, I must ensure this book is kept safe. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Hello, guildmate.
And on that note, I think this is a good place to end it. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next week.